Hey, how you guys out there in Dentland? It's Alan Wilson, your admin from PDR Beginners. So here to report on the things I purchased and a little bit about MTE 2025. General report on MTE 2025. It must have been a huge success because everybody was there. It was a great time. It's still going on today. I opted not to go down there today. I bought everything I needed. Well, you never get everything you needed, but you know what I mean. I got what I needed that I knew of. And it's been about pretty much close to my limit. So I'm very happy about what I was able to do and find at the show, and I'm going to go over that with you. It was a terrific experience. The hotel they have it in is wonderful, actually. I happen to live not far from there, about an hour, so I drive in. So it's a great time, though. And I highly recommend that all you beginners get an opportunity, go there at least one time, experience the Dent Olympics. If you don't want to be in it, just watch. You will learn something. And I'm going to go through some of the things I bought because they're lessons from the last year's worth of work where I needed tools that I didn't particularly have. So with that going on, you see I got a Stanliner hat, which is a wonderful gift from Thomas. I'm sure they had a great show. There was a lot of people in a long line to get over there to buy some tools. So I'll go through the tools I bought from Stanliner first. So to begin with, I went to Stanliner. I have 19 Stanliner tools when I went there, so I already had an idea of some things I wanted. And a friend of mine, Bobby Z, has a tool I've been using when I was down there working with him, and I just absolutely loved. And last year I bought the 40-inch version, but this year the 27-inch version is so much better to work on fenders with, and it's called the Rolling Spoon. And yeah, it's kind of like a dolly on a stick. It's 27 or 29 inches long. It's perfect for fender work, and I've never found anything that you can bring up a fender dent or a crease with better than this tool. It is just fantastic. Of course, you can use it to push, you can use it to rock back and forth, and you can even use it for dragging. So it's a great tool. I highly recommend it to anybody in PDR. You may not be ready for it as a beginner, but when you're ready for it, you'll know it and go for it. Also from Stanliner, I only got a couple tools from them this time. And that was number 20, and this is number 21. This is a flat-headed snake. It's a short version. I have a round-headed snake that's a 40-inch version. This is a shorter version, about 27, 29 inches, something like that. But this is a terrific tool for pushing. It's got a little raised head on it. You can reduce that if you need to bend it down a little bit to get in someplace. But this raised head really helps a lot. They make beautiful tools, besides the fact they're very stiff and they work very, very well. That raised head, I don't know if you can see it or not, I'm trying to find the camera. It's a flat head, but slightly rounded, and really works well for pushing up things. And you can get in where you can use that. You can drag it, drag it like this. You can push with it. You could even rock a little bit to get some things out with. Need that for something I'm working on now, so I'm very happy that I found it and was able to buy it from them. So then I went over to Rick Hummert's area, the Excalibur. He's a genius when it comes to tool design. I think he's terrific. He understands. He's been working a long time. He understands what we need. One of the tools I wanted was a thinner version, like a 3/8 version of a straight pick with a removable tip. And this is what I got from him. This handle is terrific. You get lots of push. Now this is just a straight with a single bend, and I put a steel tip on it just for show purposes. This unscrews. This was $85. There's a sticker still. It's going on the wall today. It's a terrific tool. I really know I'm going to be using this a lot, because this is exactly the length that I was missing, and the thickness to get through holes that I haven't been able to get to in the past with 1/2-inch tools. All right, that brings me over to a company that I talked to a lot last year, and they're out of Germany, and it's HF PDR Tools, and this gentleman and his daughter are there, and they are just wonderful people. Now, one of the tools that I bought last year, and I used the board a ton, and I didn't want to be without it, but this is a long version of a fiberglass board. It's felt backed, and it does a terrific job. I have steel ones, but this one just seems to work so well. I use it all the time. So I wanted to show you. And it's not highly expensive. They also sell blending hammers of various lengths. I bought this very, very long one from them last year, and it was a little overkill for me, that distance. Since I got my glasses now, I can actually see that distance, so it's helpful. But I really like the way they do their blending hammers. They have a screw-on tip here that's nylon, and they have their regular blending tip. And this has such a good feel to it. It's wooden handled, and it wasn't highly expensive. It's very nice, and I'll be using that a lot this year. In addition to the tabs they sell, the Laka tabs and stuff, they're really good tabs. They have great tabs. I didn't buy any this year, but I did buy some of these. They introduced some some tool covers to give you a little bit better. And there's a hole in the bag somewhere. Anyway, to give you a little softer push. So I bought some of those from them. They're great. So, and one more thing I bought for them was a push block. You can use this with your tools to push with, lock it in the corner. You can use it as a drift block if you want to drift a door dent out or something. This is a great tool. It says hf-pdrtools.de. So those guys are terrific. Highly recommend anything they sell. It's terrific. So let's see. I wandered over to an area called Fast PDR Tools. They're out of Brazil. And I was looking for some shaved rods, and really the only people that carry what I was looking for is Ultradent, and they weren't at the show. They have a beautiful set of shaved rods that are stainless steel and highly flexible, but I really need more shaved rods. And a shaved rod is a rod like this one. Okay, the whole rod is shaved. See how it's thin? It's flexible. You can get it in someplace and just give it some flex and get it in there and fix it. So I got 3 sizes of these. A small one, kind of a medium size one, looks like it's about 20 inches, and a long one that looks like it's about 36 inches. I was able to use the Ultradent tool to get down into a Subaru quarter panel that's double metal, and I didn't have a tool before that time that I could ever get there. But these tools are flexible, and I highly recommend, as you get into PDR and you start doing cars on a wholesale or retail basis, that you get some tools that flex, that are thin. So Ultradent makes great ones. These are good too. So I think I like the Ultradents a little more, though, I have to be honest. Also from them, I got this 80 centimeter bar, which is about 30 something inches. I never had a bar that had a 45-degree angle on it. I always had the 90-degree bends or double bends that went 90 degrees. And I ran into a situation with a hatch that I needed something that would give me the reach and a little reduced height. And I just didn't have it. And so I bought this tool. And this is a great little tool. It's carbon steel. These things are going to rust on me. I have to keep them oiled all the time, especially here in Florida. So I dropped by CarePoint, and there's a couple tips I wanted from them. They're titanium. I'll hold them up here. Maybe you can see them. One is like a mushroom head and the other is a round head. And I bought two from them last year and quickly misplaced them. I have no idea where they are, so I bought another set. I used them one time. I know they're wonderful tools, so I bought another set. And then I wandered over to the Dentcraft booth, and this is my favorite hammer in the world. I have one. Now, it's my favorite hammer because the person who taught me how to use it was Serge Gusev at Hail Sky. And it's good for blending. You can use this end for blending. It's beautiful, okay? This end here is a nice hammer. Don't hit stuff with it because it's aluminum. It will dent up and give you a mess. So take that or something. But this here is a great knockdown hammer. This wrist action is very easy to use. You can use this for your knockdowns. This finger point helps you find it, and it's a little lighter than a paddle, but you can get some nice sharp hits with that. So let's see what else we got here on the list. I wandered over to the A1 booth because I wanted a tip. I don't know if you can see that or not. That would work in that 3/8 rod. It wasn't bigger, and all my other tips are bigger. So what I did here is I got this tip, and it fits in, and it's not bigger than the rod itself, so it'll fit in there and put a red cherry cap on it. It works great. I got that at A1. While I was in A1, I have a couple of rat rods, and they work really well for all kinds of weird situations. And I was looking around for something that would go through the hole of the rubber molding strip around the door, the seal. You pull that out, you can get in there if you got something thin enough. Well, Matt Boyer said, we got something like that. So he showed me. And this is a small version of the rat rods. It's terrific. It looks, it's made to go into those holes, and then you can work down that edge of that door where you got the dent that you can't get from anywhere else, and you can get this in there. And of course, you can bend this a bit, whatever you need, and it comes with a nice handle, and it ratchets like this, so you can adjust it whatever angle you want. And that was $104, but that will pay for itself many times over. Besides getting a pack of free glue from Dent-Out, which I really like their glue, and some free freeze-dried Skittles from people at Tab Tower. They're great, and maybe a little detail and spray. That's really about all I bought. But we had a great time. Really enjoyed it all. I hope you guys can make it to MTE if you haven't made it before or plan on it in the future. Please do plan on it, and have a great and safe February. It's February already. Take care. Have a good day.